Hey there guys, Maglevin here. Update on the Smiljan project, and it's far from complete, so we'll just get that out of the way right now. The bridge is one of the biggest components left to be done, and the pieces that are available for that are here in front of me. I have the primary cab, the 4 FETs, and the GDT ring. This needs to be wound, so that'll be a small project. It's just 5 groups of wires, and they're 8 turns each, so not very much, but it'll be a very full ring when it's done. The controller board is the same one that Smiljan ran on before. This coil's fired once for just a short minute before the FETs burned out, and we later found the reason for that. The fiber solution we were going with was not very sound, and we were having issues with the board going off when it shouldn't, which caused the FETs to go off, which caused them to burn up. Or IGBTs. I think that one actually had IGBTs. But this is complete. It needs a couple of chips. Those are the UCC MOSFET drivers, and that will be complete. Where that jumper's at is actually the point where the interruption signal comes in for audio modulation or any kind of modulation of the system. This is a little Jamco fiber optic kit that I picked up at the Geek Group out of just a scrap bin that was being brought in. I went ahead and put it together and tested it. It works pretty good. This incorporates a 555 timer here, which is what gives this its signal. It's a self-contained little kit. Well, you hook up whatever interruption signal you want to these pins here, and this light will, send that signal over this board here, which has a small op on it, a little amplifier. And this output pin here is the same 5 volts that, whatever you're driving into this board. So we'll pick up 5 volts off this, and this jumper right here, if it's jumpered solid, these chips are always on. Well, what we do is we go ahead and we bring a wire down from here to this, and then the output of this guy back up to the enables of those, and we will have fiber optic isolation for the coil. So there's all that. We have some heat sinks, matching heat sinks, because uniformity is nice. They're designed to have fans clipped right into them, but I don't have any of those size fans in my boxes of crap. I am positive I will find them at the Geek Group though, so I'm not too entirely worried about sourcing that solution. So let's move all that to one side. I have a extra Fez Panda. My camera doesn't focus for crap, so I'll stop trying to do that. This is an Arduino on steroids. Be able to load lots of music. It runs really fast, 72 megahertz as opposed to the Arduino 16. So this board will allow us to do some pretty cool stuff. Be able to load entire songs into it. To deal with delay between notes and delays between songs. So there's that. The Geek Group sent me this, which is a Variac, 9 amps, which is more than enough for what we're doing with the project, and it's a very solid unit. I don't think I'm going to have any trouble with getting this to work or doing any damage to it with the power that I'm running at. So there's that. This is the voltage tripler that Kidwell and I worked on with Smiljan's original test firing. The system takes regular wall power in here and outputs 3 times that, but not like 110, but the RMS value out here, and it's in DC, so just shy of 600 volts from that thing. And then we have some metering for the coil. This is just a knot of wires right now, so it doesn't look very nice, but deal with me. We'll be able to do DC amps and DC. So whatever the tripler's putting out will be on one of them, and I think it's that one. And then how many amps are running through this shunt, these two sense wires here on the front where my thumb's at, we'll pick those up and tell us how many amps it's pulling after the tripler. So there's that. And then over here on the project shelf, the primary form, which needs to have some sort of cradle assembled for it. I'm doing a vertical coil, not a pancake. And then of course Smiljan's secondary. So there's all of those pieces. I just posted on Facebook a link to the things that I still need in order to finish the gate, or finish the bridge, and to put the driver, this guy over here, back together. Instead of an antenna, as is commonly seen in the design for this, I'm going to use a current transformer, but I have the ferrite beads to make that stashed in my little workroom here somewhere. I'm not sure where offhand. Inconsequential in the global view of the project. So there you have it. That's everything. We need to make a little base for it, a little box, so everything can sit down inside of it. And there's a lot of things. There'll probably be two boxes. There'll probably be the box that the coil sits on, and then the box that contains the power and the meters. So these three components right here, and basically that arrangement. Well, this meter will probably be above that one there. So something along those lines, with a master off switch, and all the wiring for that. So 110 in one side of it, and then the power, the mains going out to the bridge under the coil coming out the other side of it, and probably a small feed for the circuitry over here, so that it can have its small. It doesn't require much. I think the whole thing runs on 12 volts. So that's inconsequential. But we'll probably have the box that has the main power, and then we'll have a box that has the coil on it, and then in the coil will be everything here, with our little fiber optic line keeping our Arduino directly out of the line of fire, or our Fez rather, out of the line of fire. So there you have it, guys. That is the Smiljan's project shelf, all broken down and explained. Like I said, there's a couple pieces left, a little bit of fab to make all the boxes come together, and then we get to throw the power on for the first time. So we'll see how that goes. In between then and now, I'll probably wire this all up and put a dummy load on it just to make sure that all this works, and get that off to one side, and then do double check that the fiber optic is actually causing the UCCs to fire before the bridge is ever hooked up to big power, because I don't want to burn FETs out just running an experiment. I want to actually do something on them. So alright guys, there you have it. Catch you next time.